Imagine a world 300,000 years ago. There were no cities, no roads, no farms, and no civilizations. Vast forests, endless grasslands, deserts, and ice-covered landscapes dominated the Earth. Survival was a daily challenge. It was during this time that modern humans, Homo Sapiens, first appeared in Africa. According to scientific evidence, our species evolved in Africa around 300,000 years ago. For most of human existence, people lived as hunter-gatherers, relying entirely on nature for survival. This is the story of humanity's earliest chapter, the prehistoric and hunter-gatherer era. The story begins in Africa. For millions of years, human ancestors evolved through a long process of biological change. Eventually, Homo sapiens emerged with larger brains, advanced problem-solving abilities, and the capacity for complex communication. Life was far from easy. Early humans shared their environment with dangerous predators, including lions, hyenas, and giant cats. Every day was a struggle to find food and stay alive. Yet humans possessed a unique advantage: intelligence.
We surround them.
This ability to think, plan, and cooperate would eventually make them the most successful species on Earth. Unlike modern societies, early humans did not farm crops or raise livestock. Instead, they hunted animals, caught fish, and gathered wild fruits, nuts, roots, and plants. Their lifestyle was nomadic. When food became scarce in one area, they moved to another. Most groups consisted of only 20 to 50 people.
Keep moving, the water is close.
These small communities depended heavily on cooperation.
The water is close.
Food was often shared among the group, increasing everyone's chances of survival. Teamwork became one of humanity's greatest strengths. One of humanity's earliest breakthroughs was the development of stone tools. Sharp stone blades allowed people to cut meat, process animal hides, and craft other tools. Over thousands of years, these tools became increasingly sophisticated. Spears, hand axes, and hunting weapons improved the efficiency of hunting and food preparation. These innovations gave humans an important advantage over many other animals. Technology, even in its simplest form, was already changing the course of human history. Technology, even in its simplest form, was already changing the course of human history. Perhaps no discovery was more important than fire. Fire provided warmth during cold nights and protection against predators. It allowed people to cook food, making it safer to eat and easier to digest. Cooked food supplied more energy, helping support the growth of the human brain. Around campfires, people could gather, share experiences, and strengthen social bonds.
the spirits.
Fire became central to their daily life. Fire became one of the foundations of human civilization. Much of human prehistory took place during the Ice Age. Massive glaciers covered large portions of North America, Europe, and Asia. Temperatures were much colder than they are today. Despite these harsh conditions, humans adapted remarkably well. They created clothing from animal skins, built shelters, and learned how to survive in extreme environments. Adaptability became one of humanity's defining characteristics. Around 70,000 to 60,000 years ago, groups of Homo Sapiens began leaving Africa. This marked one of the most important journeys in human history. Small bands traveled through the Middle East, and gradually spread across Asia and Europe. Over time, humans reached Australia, and much later crossed into the Americas.
The land is close.
These migrations occurred over thousands of years. Humans explored new lands, faced new challenges, and adapted to countless environments. When modern humans entered Eurasia, they were not alone. Other human species already existed. Among them were the famous Neanderthals in Europe and Western Asia. For thousands of years, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals lived side by side. Evidence suggests they sometimes competed, sometimes interacted, and even interbred. Eventually, Neanderthals disappeared around 40,000 years ago, leaving Homo sapiens as the only surviving human species. As human intelligence evolved, creativity flourished. People began creating cave paintings, carvings, jewelry, and symbolic objects. Some of the world's oldest artworks date back tens of thousands of years. These creations reveal that early humans were capable of imagination, storytelling, and abstract thought.
We followed its tracks through the snow.
Culture was beginning to emerge. Humans were no longer focused solely on survival. They were also expressing ideas and beliefs. One of humanity's greatest evolutionary advantages may have been language. The ability to communicate complex ideas transformed human society. Knowledge could be passed from one generation to the next.
It is an extension of yourself.
Hunters could coordinate strategies.
Mudun. Ça va.
Ça va.
Families and communities could work together more effectively.
We found many berries.
Here is water for you.
Language accelerated learning and innovation.
For spear.
Look, I make spear.
Very good. We hunt now.
Helping humans succeed in environments where many other species struggled. Language accelerated learning and innovation, helping humans succeed in environments where many other species struggled. Around 12,000 years ago, the last ice age began to end. The climate became warmer and more stable. Humans started experimenting with planting seeds and domesticating animals. For the first time, people began producing food rather than simply finding it. This marked the beginning of the agricultural revolution. A new era of permanent settlements.
The new huts are strong. We are safe here.
And growing populations was about to begin. A new era of permanent settlements and growing populations was about to begin. For nearly 290,000 years, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. During that vast span of time, they developed tools, mastered fire, crossed continents, created art, and built the foundations of culture. Their courage, intelligence, and adaptability allowed them to survive some of the harshest environments in Earth's history. Every city, nation, and technology that exists today can trace its roots back to these early people, with small groups of hunter-gatherers exploring an untamed world. The story of civilization begins here. Laying the foundation for the future of humanity. End of documentary. Please subscribe now.